I partnered up with QVR Hair to show you this beautiful hairstyle that you saw in the beginning using their kinky curly hair. I'm going to be using 18 inches and they sent me over 6 packs of hair. In the packs of hair, it comes with a crochet needle as well as a thank you note. And if you're not familiar with feather crochet hair, it comes with a string in the middle. I decided that I wanted to make a wig, so I'm going to be using this mesh cap to make my wig. I think the mesh cap works because you can put the hair inside the holes. I'm also going to be using my cork mannequin head in 23 inches, and I'm going to show you guys how I did it. So basically you're going to take that crochet hair and you're going to insert it into a hole. I would say, because this is curly hair, to definitely space out how much hair you're using so that everything's not clumped together and you have too much hair, unless you really like a lot of hair. But what I'm doing is I'm putting it in between 2 holes. I'm going to loop the hair through one of the holes. I'm going to pull one side through and then I'm going to tie it into 2 knots. I'm going to show you guys exactly how it works when, all right, so just to explain, a lot of times when we're doing YouTube videos, we're always showing you perfection, but this specific clip right here is showing you that you do have to like jiggle it a little bit to kind of get the strings to tie in a knot. So if you're getting frustrated, yes, it happened to me as well, but I'm doing 2 knots instead of doing it the crochet kind of way where you loop it through and then you knot it. I'm just gonna knot it this way. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, I'm spacing out as much as I possibly can because this is curly hair. It will expand. You don't have to worry about like the cap being shown. And I will show you later on what to do when you do have those spaces. So try to space it off as much as you possibly can. And then, like I said, I'm gonna do 2 knots. And the reason why I'm doing 2 knots is to make sure that the crochet is secure against the wig cap, because with curly hair, you're gonna be doing a lot of detangling and a lot of brushing. So this is what 1 pack does for you. And I'm gonna fast forward to filling in the top. So like I said, you're spacing it out as much as you possibly can, and then you're going to circle back around and start filling in the hair. So that's what I'm doing here. As you can see, you can clearly see the wig cap. So I'm just going in and I'm filling up those spaces with the extra crochet here. Also too, you still keep it spaced out, and I'm going to show you a technique to kind of fill in those little holes. And what you do is you take 1 piece of hair from 1 crochet, you take another piece of hair from another crochet, and then you tie it together and it fills in that little hole. So I'm going to keep doing that throughout the hair just to make sure that my spacing is good. Granted, I did have a pack and a half left over, but I didn't want my hair to be so big. I'm thankful that QVR sent me over 6 packs because they wanted to make sure that I had enough, but I was able to do about 4.5 packs of hair. Yeah, 4.5 packs of hair. So in here you see me just going through and just making sure that I'm filling up any gaps that's in the hair by taking 1 piece from 1 crochet, another piece from another crochet, and then tying them together. So this is what the wig is looking like. It's nice and full, and you see again what 4.5 packs can do, how full it is. I'm obviously going to fill up those spaces that's on the top, but now it comes to time to actually bring this wig to life. So I did soak the hair with some conditioner in my sink, and then I co-washed the hair. The hair is not soaking wet, but still a little bit dripping. And one thing that wowed me was the detangling process. I couldn't believe how easily this detangled. Now, it may look like I'm struggling, but I'm not. I'm actually gripping my hand so that I'm not pulling at the roots of the wig, as you can see. So I'm just holding the hair really tight as I'm brushing it because I don't want to pull that hair out of the cap. So just make sure you're super gentle, because We are using a wig cap. It can pop, the fabric can pop, so just be super gentle, and that's what I'm doing. But other than that, like the detangling process or the brushing process was super smooth. It could be the conditioner that I put, but I use like a regular like Dollar Tree VO5 conditioner. But this just like a easy just swipe brush. I was just like, wow, this hair is so beautiful. I love it. And the reason why I did a wig instead of actually putting it over my locks is, one, I definitely have starter locks, so I don't want to interrupt my starter locks. I need my starter locks to actually lock up. But two, I want to be able to just put something on whenever I want to do this hair. So if I would have put it over my locks, then if I had another sponsorship, I would have had to take that out, and then I would have to do the whole process all over again. Doing a wig, you can actually just toss it on whenever you want to. So I'm so happy I chose to do this wig, because this hair is so freaking gorgeous, guys. Oh my God, I cannot stop talking about it. I don't care if this is a paid sponsored video. How I feel about this hair is how I feel about this hair. This hair is so beautiful. Like, look at those curls, and there's no product in here. I literally just conditioned it, and that was it. Not a single product was used. Now I'm going to show you guys how to make your parting realistic, because as you saw in the beginning, I did have, it's no hair out, but I did have my natural part out. So what I do is I tease the top. I love that about curly hair. You can manipulate it as much as you possibly can to make it look like it's real. So any areas where it still has a little bit of spacing, I did tease at the roots. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to detangle, not detangle, but comb out that like factory kind of curls, just to give the curl its oomph. I'm using just a regular detangling brush. I don't remember where I purchased it from. I'm gonna check my Amazon to see if I purchased it from Amazon, but I feel like I may have bought this brush from TJ Maxx. But you can use any like detangling brush to make these curls just pop. I just love the way these curls, like, look at that. That was just from doing a single brush. It just like popped. And then right here, like you said, like I just told you, I'm using a tangle brush, a teasing brush, sorry. And I'm just teasing the roots of it to kind of like hide that thread and just make it look a little bit more fuller, and also hide any spaces in between, because again, with curly hair, it's going to expand, it's going to get big. I didn't want it too big. I'm just showing you some close-ups of me just literally using that tangle brush to like tease it, have it like fuzzy. I'm gonna do a little bit more manipulation when I add the wig onto my head, but I'm just doing it outside of me manipulating it, just tangling it at the hairline as well, so that it looks like it's growing out of your scalp. Now it's time to add wig combs. I purchased these combs, I believe, from AliExpress. You can get them from Amazon. I'll link them on Amazon if you choose to. What I'm doing is I'm going to put those combs right where that seam is, and then I'm gonna cut in the middle of that seam. That way the wig cap doesn't like unravel. It's gonna be right in the middle of that seam. So I'm gonna be adding a comb to the front part, and then I'm gonna do it in the middle. So that's gonna be a part, and you're gonna see me cut it. So I'm putting combs over there, and then I'm gonna put combs on the side. So that way, where my parting is, there's gonna be 2 combs, and then where my edges are, it's just gonna be 1 comb. These combs did not like ruin my hair or anything like that. Very soft combs. So I hope I can find where I bought these combs from, but I will put them in the description box below. All of the information that you need will be in the description box. Please check that out. And I'm just showing you guys just me just sewing on those combs onto my wig cap, because I didn't feel like sewing on the wig cap. I just want to be able to just plop it on and go, and you'll see how easy it is to attach the wig to your head. Now here I'm gonna cut right where that seam is. Making sure that I cut right in the middle so that the wig combs are not coming out when I comb it, and that's it. That's how the wig looks with the combs positioned, 2 for the part and then 2 on the side. Woo, jump scare. Okay, now it's time for me to do my braid down. I'm just gonna put 2 braids in my hair and I'm gonna braid them inside. I like doing that because I feel like it's super flat. If anyone wants to be nosy and look at my TV and see what I'm watching, I will pin your comment if you know what I'm listening to or watching on YouTube. If you know, you know, that would really blow my mind away. So if you know what I'm watching here on the screen or you made it this far and you put it in the comments, I will pin your comment. But anyway, right here, I'm just doing 2 braids on the inside. I would say if you are doing a wig or look like this, definitely make sure that your hair is like super rough and not like a super clean parting, because that's when it looks even more real, because you don't have like a clean like base per se, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm glad that I didn't have like a fresh retwist, because it's gonna make it look a little bit more natural. And then I'm gonna take those 2 braids, I'm gonna put into a ponytail and I'm gonna tuck it away. And then now it's time to install the wig. Putting it in, putting the combs. It's gonna take a little bit finagling to make sure I have the combs positioned the right way, but I'm gonna put that first comb in the front, the second comb towards the back, so that's the parting right there. Do the same thing with the other side, and then I'm going to make sure I push the combs in that's around my hairline. Now we're gonna add just a little bit of edge control. You can use any edge control you want. The one that I'm using is the one that I used to use when I used to retwist my locks. Again, I will link it below. And then I'm just going to just brush the edges of my hair just so that you can see it blend in a little bit more, because again, you saw I need a fresh retwist. So like my edges are a little bit rough. And now it's time to start like manipulating the wig so that it looks super natural. I'm gonna be using this crochet needle. Guess what I'm gonna say? It's linked in the description below. I'm using the crochet needle so that I can just kind of give that illusion like the hair is growing out of my scalp. So I'm gonna push it in through the wig cap, and then I'm gonna take a piece of hair, I'm gonna put it in through that that loop, and I'm gonna pull it out and then have it come out. So again, like I said, to give you the illusion like the hair is growing out of my scalp. You don't have to do this step. You can just tease the roots, which I'm gonna eventually do later on. But I do feel like where I cut the hair, that seam was kind of showing. So I'm just pulling that hair through to kind of cover the seam of where it was showing where I added the combs and where I cut the wig cap. Now we're doing a little bit more manipulation by using that teasing brush to kind of tease the hair so that it's not like super flat, but it's giving more a frizzy look, like it's growing out of my scalp. This hair is so beautiful, I couldn't stop touching it. But I'm just showing you guys just up close on what I'm talking about. Like right here, you can kind of see a little bit where that cap starts. So I'm just trying to like brush my hair into it and like tease it so that it looks like it's just one piece. And then also too, if you don't have a detangling brush, you can always just use your fingers to kind of like pull the hair away. You want to have it as frizzy as you possibly can at the roots so it looks super natural. So I just keep looking to see if it's looking natural. Can you still see where the comb is? Can you still see where the seam is? And then just playing around with it and teasing it. Adding a little bit more edge control because this edge control sucks. But I'm adding a little bit more edge control and just trying to make sure that it blends in and you don't see where the cap starts and where my hair is. And just doing a lot of brushing teasing, just playing around with it. I feel like this is super beginner friendly because all you're doing is teasing it, pulling the hair apart, making it super frizzy. Like right here, I'm just separating the curls. And when you separate it, the more you separate it, it just looks like it's yours. You have that natural scalp that's right there. It's just, I just think that this hair is just absolutely beautiful. And then I'm gonna show you guys the finished results. The hair is semi-wet. It's not fully dry, but it's still like super bouncy and just fluffy. It's just gorgeous. This hair is so pretty, guys. Like, look at this. It's so pretty. And again, this is just 4.5 packs that I use. Look at how fluffy and how bouncy it is. I love it. Giving you some more close-up shots on what it looks like close up. So pretty. Also wanted to show you guys what the color looked like. Today was like a cloudy day, so a lot of times when I'm doing clips that actually I put to edit, the cloud would be there, so I had to go into the bathroom where it was a little sunny, so my face is a little pale. But I want to show you guys what the color looks like. This color is absolutely gorgeous. QVR, thank you so much for sending me this hair. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. Check the description box. Everything will be in there. Let me know what kind of video you want to see next. And like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype this video if you like it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.